What's up, tapeheads? Welcome to this week's episode of Video Doom. Today we will be hitting the thrift stores of St. Petersburg, Florida. Let's go out and see what we can find.
There's a special offer for massages promo card.
Tonight rises like steam. Kind words come out so mean. It runs off my head.
Sunshine is the best thrift store in St. Pete. I got a whole tape shelf. I got a few box sets today. They have the alternate cover of Flashdance, which eventually I'll probably pick up. They had a bunch of spectacular 90s clothing, which unfortunately did not fit. Very 1995. Got a few pickups though. Everything's always 50 cents, which is nice.
It took so long tonight.
And now we head to Bananas for a couple of used CDs, since my car sadly does not have a tape deck anymore.
Shortcut to ending up numb. Pay now for cheap
Got records, CDs. They used to have VHS tapes, but no longer. And they have Laserdiscs and DVDs. Got a couple things. Now we go to Goodwill. Onward! And now we're at Goodwill. It's just okay. Their tapes are $1.16 a piece, which is a little steep. There were a lot of good finds today, though unfortunately, many of them were seriously moldy. We also have Showgirls recorded from TV. Less Than Zero. Nope, couldn't do it. Did get a couple though. Just one more stop to go. Just kidding, we're also gonna go to this place called Thrift City, USA, which I'm not sure if I've been in or not. Found this little gem on the way to the Salvation Army. Turned out to be pretty cute inside and well decorated for a thrift store. Frame photos, old movies, neon. A nice selection of clothing, though I didn't look too hard at it. Tapes were great, but they were under a shelf, so a little hard to look through. But there were a ton. Got a lot of good stuff. The place was chock full of old people, so you know it was good. And struck out at Salvation Army.
Drop a bomb in my favorite song.
This is a special Christmas Eve edition of Video Doom. So here's our pickups for today. I don't remember what I got where at this point because they're all in a giant pile. So we're just gonna go through them. Got Can't Buy Me Love, you know, a cute little 80s high school romance. I think it's high school. Cute nonetheless. And we have gotten the Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome, which is unfortunately slightly moldy, so we're gonna have to try to clean this before watching it. It was Mold City today at Goodwill. I had to pass up on Valley Girl starring Nicolas Cage because it had a heinous amount of mold. I was very upset about that one. Next up, we got Hangar 18. I have never heard of this before, but it seems to be about government cover-ups in space, which I'm very excited about. Speaking of space, I got Star Trek, The Man Trap, which was an episode from the original series. This is a really hefty tape. And this little guy right here is broken. So we're gonna have to fix that. And continuing with the space theme, we got Spaceballs. The cover is a bit more torn up than I would like, but still cool nonetheless. The tape's in good shape, no mold. Gotta watch out in Florida, there's mold everywhere, it's really bad. Story tapes well. And for the fitness buffs, we got two sweet aerobics tapes. We got Jane Fonda's workout and Kathy Smith's tone up. I'm pretty excited about this. I have a pretty sweet workout collection thus far. Let's just keep that going. That last store, the Thrift City USA, actually had a ton of workout tapes, but I just picked two good ones because I really don't need an entire shelf of workout tapes at this point. We are moving soon. And I did pick up another Jane Fonda there that looked really cool, but it had mold all over it. Moldy day. And I picked up a couple for Sprinkles. This was a solo mission, so this is why he's not in the video. But for him, I got NSYNC and Britney Spears. This looks fabulous. And The Ultimate Weapon starring Hulk Hogan, which I have actually never heard of, and he hadn't either. But this is what it says on the back. The ultimate fighting machine bites back with a vengeance. Hulk Hogan goes ballistic in the most action-packed tale since Commando. When mercenary Ben Cutter, Hulk Hogan, discovers he's been hired by IRA terrorists posing as elite special forces units, he destroys their firepower, and now he's their #1 target. Mayhem reigns. Hold on for ultimate, no-holds-barred, hand-to-hand combat action as the ultimate fighting machine makes it personal. It's no Mr. Nanny, but it'll have to do. Did pick up a couple of classics. Citizen Kane, the Orson Welles classic here. This is a very hefty tape here. I was shocked that there was no mold on this one, but good find. Fatal Attraction. Who doesn't love creepy psychological romance thrillers? Penny and June. And the Keanu Reeves classic, Dracula. Who doesn't love Keanu Reeves in a serious role? Picked up Amelie because it's just a great movie. I didn't actually know that they released it on VHS. Picked up some good 90s high school flicks. Babysitter's Club. Which the movie's actually kind of bad and cheesy, but I read these books as a kid, so I'll watch it. Plus it's got Alex Mack in it, so that makes everything great. Teaching Mrs. Tingle. Cheesy late 90s high school flick, which is supposed to be a thriller, but is mostly just funny. Katie Holmes and that guy from Seventh Heaven. It's great. Bend It Like Beckham, because who doesn't love a good gay coming-of-age tale? I know I sure do love those. And we got Cops, Too Hot for TV. It's no Jerry Springer, but it'll have to do. And here's a couple I've never heard of before, but look too good to pass up. This Something Wild with Melanie Griffith. Looks to be a late 80s film. It seems to be Jeff Daniels as a respectable Wall Street tax consultant who embarks on a crazy, erotic, wild, but ultimately dangerous weekend with Lulu, Melanie Griffith. So that should be good, bad, great. And Courtney Cox, Too Hot for TV, Close Enough to Touch. It seems like there's these two boring on the surface families that live next door to each other, and they get embroiled into some scandal with mother-daughter neighbors. I don't know, it looks sexual in nature. But yes, 90s, and I bet it's really awful and hilarious. So that's it as far as tapes. I have a problem with coffee mugs, so I picked up a couple of those. We got World's Greatest Dad, because that's me, I'm a cat dad. Unicorns, because why not? And this one, The Perfect Cup of Coffee. There's 2 cats on there. Perfect. So that's all I found for today. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a lovely holiday season, no matter which holiday you choose to celebrate or not celebrate. And good luck out there finding your tapes. We'll see you next time.